Alrighty, here we are. Welcome back to gggaming. So we got a brand new 7-star Tera Raid boss in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It is the 7-star Skeledurge, and wow, he is tough. But we have figured it out. We figured out an absolute perfect solo counter. But you know this video, we're going to go through all the details of the raid, and then we'll do a showcase on the actual solo counter. So let's get to it. All right, so here he is, the 7-star Tera Raid boss, Skeledurge. So he is a fire ghost by nature, but being full fire type Terra here, that's the only thing we have to worry about. So he's got basically 3 weaknesses, which are ground, rock, and water type. Water is really what we're going to be focused on for our showcase, at least at this moment, because that's all we figured out. Other than that, let's talk about his moves. So goes into, let's bring that up with the Therapy database there, so we can actually talk about both. So he's got Torch Song, Shadow Ball, Stomping Tantrum, and Hyper Voice. And let me tell you, the issue here is Torch Song. Torch Song, every single time he uses this move, it will boost his special attack stat. So when you're soloing this, he will use it on the NPCs as well, maximizing his special attack stat in the matter of 1 to 2 turns. It's absolutely insane. Combine that with his ability Unaware, makes it impossible for you to buff your Pokemon, say with Amnesia, to counterdict that. So yeah, it's rough, and he gets extremely strong, extremely fast, but we do have a very great counter for this, so stick around. We're going to talk about it here momentarily, but let's go through the rest of the raid real fast. So up there on the Cerebi database side, we see the primary moves. He also has additional moves of Disarming Voice, as well as Flame Charge. So Disarming Voice is actually a fairy type move. I'm pretty sure it's fairy type. So again, getting some more dynamic, not dynamic, just a wider array of moves overall. But Flame Charge, he'll use that right out of the gate as well, which boosts his speed stat +1. So as we see with kind of the flow of this fight, so we're down here. So Disarming Voice and Flame Charge, both right out of the gate, turn 0. You're not going to be able to do anything to stop those. But here are the real keys to this fight. He's going to reset your stats. So my stats, your stats, at 80% time. Happens very, very fast. And we will see in the showcase that it's actually perfect timing for this. And then you're free to buff your Pokemon to the stars to be able to handle this. I know I did say a little bit ago because of his Unaware ability, but we're going to fix that, trust me. All right, so Hyper Voice is going to come in at 79% time, and then he's going to reset his stats at 50% HP, and HP only. That is super important because we don't have to worry about it until midway through the fight, and by that, we've got control, and we are going to win this thing, all right? After that, he does one more Flame Charge at 40%, which is no big deal at all, but that's really it. And if you've tried to solo this without taking a, looking at this video or whatever other video first where somebody has shown it, you realize how absolutely crazy this raid boss gets pretty much on turn 1, to the point where he is wrecking your Pokemon. And if you've paid attention to what we have in our party, Malamar. Malamar is what we are actually going to do the showcase on. Beautiful, perfect counter to this Skeledurge in terms of being able to solo it, as well as a support Pokemon if you're doing it online. So we'll kind of talk about both, all right? All right, so the last thing to really cover on this Skeledurge is the stats itself. So he's got a 168 speed, but like I said, he's going to buff that speed right out of the gate, so it is kind of tough to kind of go first in this fight unless you have a Pokemon that's extremely fast. Our Malamar will actually go second in this one. No big deal there. So special attack at 281, so he's majority special attacking, but he does have a physical move. Stomping Tantrum is a physical move, so he does have that in his pocket to be able to hit you with a physical type attack if needed. Everything else is special. His defense, really, really good. Special defense, not so good, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, we'll talk about it here in a second, but the way you're going to build this Malamar kind of goes both directions. You could do special or physical, but we're actually going to do the physical to take care of this, no problem whatsoever. Other than that, put the Mightiest Mark on there to prove that is the raid boss, of course. Always forget to do that, so... that's that. Let's go talk about the optimal party setup and what you're looking for when you go to solo this thing. Okay, so here we are in our YouTube box as usual. There is the Malamar that we are going to solo this with. Check out the showcase video on exactly how this is done and how to build that Malamar. I'm not going to show you. No spoilers, all right? So here's the key to your party. So these Pokemon down here in the bottom 3 rows are the potential NPCs that can come into your party to help you solo it. This is what you're going to want. You are going to want, not mandatory, but you're going to want. I did solo it without a healer first. Either Gardevoir or Arbolivia. I will have Arbolivia locked in my party check out the video reference down there below on how to lock your party when you're soloing to make these things a lot easier and a lot easier to farm. So I'll have Arbolivia already locked. Here's the other one I don't have, but it's actually amazing, and that is Bellabolt. All right, Bellabolt has that move Light Screen, which cuts damage to special moves in half. With Malamar, it's not even a big deal. But with other Pokemon that we're going to try to solo this with, such as that Golduck, I think there's an opportunity to figure out a way to make Golduck work, but we're going to keep testing that one. Haven't figured that one out yet, but I want to make sure I get these videos out for you so you have an option very quick after this raid boss has gone live. The Intimidate NPCs, Arcanine, Tauros, and Staraptor, don't need to worry about those. Not going to help you too much anyway. And then everything else is sort of just water under the bridge. But that's how that works. So, what else? I think that's it. Let's get over to the actual showcase and show you how to make this Malamar work for you and easily solo this boss. And on top of that, hit the like button, hit the sub button if you're not, and see you over at the showcases.